Was that? I don't think I said enough anyway. Alright. There we go. Jeez. Gonna have to update YouTube for restream.
Okay, follow me. This way is fastest. We'll have to take the elevator up to the secure transport agency.
Secure transport? Alright. Oh. Oh, looks nice. Is that the elevator? Or have to call it elevator? How do I call it? I'm assuming I call it, right? Oh, it just goes automatically. That's what it is. Up I go. It's a nice little, like, a waterfall backdrop. That's for damn sure. I like it. I've been here for just getting to the waypoints, but I haven't really explored much of Chenyu Vale. Also, my game crashed the one time I tried, I got into, like, that thing where it warps you to a different realm or whatever.
Hey! Slow down. I'm begging ya.
What?
What is it? No one's gonna try any funny business when the street is this packed, right?
Why do you want to slow down?
Well, how should I put it?
Come on, spit it out!
Do you see that group of people over there?
Okay.
Those are my relatives.
Oh.
Wow, you sure have a big family.
Do
Once
they hate
they
you?
start buying things, they won't stop
Okay, that's
perusing
mean.
until it gets dark. This is bad.
They're your family, not your arch enemies. What's there to be afraid of? Unless... Oh, did you do something horrible to them?
No, it's not that.
Did they drag you in to shop with them?
I'm just not that good at dealing with my family. It would be best if we could steer clear of them. I'll explain more when we have the chance, but right now, we've got a job to do.
Then we'll just have to sneak past them.
The left side looks pretty packed. Let's go straight. Slow and steady wins the race.
Wouldn't they recognize you, Gaming? They're your family. I feel like we should just try to get out their line of sight. Unless I block their line of sight like this.
Hello, dear guests. Is there any work that you need done?
No. I've got a few relatives.
Let's wait here for a second. Maybe my aunt will leave.
She's gone. Let's go.
Turn left. Run! To the right and... where he...
Whoa. We made it.
Wow, you guys are good.
Such a
I'm
so
impressed.
good. Man.
That was nothing. It was a piece of cake. Oh, winter melon cake to be exact.
You really liked it, huh? Ooh, you know what? I'll buy you a whole bunch and pile them so high you can swim in them.
Wow.
As long as you don't wind up drowning, Paimon.
Hey, Uncle Drigway. These are my friends, the Traveler and Paimon. They came to deliver some goods with me. So I guess I'll go ahead and take these over to Uncle Yongzan then?
Yes, thanks for your hard work. I should thank you both for your trouble as well. Please take a seat and rest for a bit. I'll prepare some tea.
Thank you.
No need. We'll be off soon
Ah.
anyway.
I mean,
Hey, we're already
yeah,
here, aren't we?
no,
No
fuck-
harm in
fuck
taking
tea.
the load off for a bit. Plus, I know the Secure Transport Agency has some great Songhua tea stashed around here somewhere. I promise you, one sip and you'll be hooked.
Hmm.
Anyway, you just sit down and relax, Uncle Jirgwe. Who would I be if I just sat here and let you go through all this trouble? Leave this to me. I have to be up and about to drop these goods off anyway. What's a little extra time on my feet? Oh, you aren't too picky, right, Traveler? I know Paimon prefers things on the sweeter side, so I won't steep the tea too long. And I'll add some dim sum pastries on the side.
Aw, you noticed what Paimon likes?
You were drooling over Wintermelon, so I guess
How long have you two known Gaming?
it doesn't take that much.
Oh, not long at all. We just kind of tagged along on his trip to Yulong Wharf. He's just a super welcoming guy. We became friends, you know, just like that.
That's just how he is. He's the attentive sort. Really knows how to look after his own. A while ago,
Where's his
one
train?
of our guards had to take off work. Said his joints were hurting due to the rain. Gaming personally went all the way to Boo Boo Pharmacy to get some medicine for him from Dr. Baiju, then traveled through the night to deliver it back to him. That young man has such a good head on his shoulders. How can anyone not love him? I mean, there is his dad, but, well, ask anyone else.
Hey, do they not approve of his wushu dancing?
Uncle Yongzan says he doesn't have the personnel to spare for this delivery right now. So what do you think, Uncle Jirgwe? Should I go ahead and deliver it instead?
Feels like we've troubled you enough already.
It's kite-making materials, though. Could be for a kid. I'm sure the sender wants it delivered before Lantern Rite. Oh, by the way, here, have some tea.
A refreshing aroma and lingering aftertaste of the Sunglo.
All right, then. Deliver it if you want to.
Ooh, are you free in 2 days? How about we grab some dim sum from Shinya Kiosk? My treat, and don't even think about trying to pay.
Whoa, that's way too generous of you.
You know, thinking about
don't
it,
mention it. Just think of this as a thank you for all your help. Besides, the thing between me and my family, it's a long story. It might take some time to tell.
okay.
Sounds good. Paimon never says no to free food.
See you at Shinua Kiosk then.
All right, then I'm off. See you in 2 days. Oh, and Paimon, make sure not to eat too
Oh,
much
is that it?
before then. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Is he underestimating Paimon? She's just gonna have to show him how much she can really eat. Anyway, is Gaming's family situation really that complicated? He has such a happy-go-lucky personality. Plus, he's an enthusiastic and diligent worker. It's hard to imagine a guy like that being troubled by much.
His dad is unenthusiastic and doesn't like working, so he hates his son.
How should I put it? Since he already plans to tell you himself, you don't need an old man like me to add my 2 cents.
Yeah, I get it. It's straight from
You
him.
seem to be around the same age, so you might have a lot in common. Perhaps you could help him talk things through. Consider it a favor to me.
I'll try.
If you have the time, maybe you can make a little flag for us to wave about. It can say, "We provide aid in spades." Couldn't hurt to advertise our services, right?
Well, I can certainly arrange that. Is there anything else you wanted to say?
Wait, seriously? Paimon was just joking. But if you're going to get us something, she'd much rather have wintermelon cake instead.
Seems like Gaming really has rubbed off on you. Would you like some more tea? I think there's some left.
No thanks. We came all this way and still haven't gotten a chance to look around the wharf. We should see the kinds of kites they got. Maybe they'll have ones you can't find in Liyue Harbor.
That's not a bad idea.
All right, then. Please do let me know if you'd like more tea. You're welcome to stay as long as you like. Gaming is a good kid. I just wish he could reconcile with his family. You're around the same age, so
I'm assuming it has to do with wushu dancing. Probably. I don't think they have much. Well, it could also be his delivery job too. It's like, oh, it's not safe for you. But I feel like they don't want him to do wushu because they might see it as a waste of time. That's my guess.
What are you doing here?
Oh, hi,
The way
Shanyon.
you speak, one might have presumed you were displeased to be in one's presence.
Greetings, Shanyon.
Take note, Paimon. You could learn a thing or two about how to respect your
I
elders.
feel like if it's cloud rotator should get annoyed.
Ugh, starting on the elder stuff already, huh? Shouldn't you be back in your cave tinkering away at some kite-related thingamabob or something? What brings you out here? And what's with that huge box next to you? Ah! Paimon gets it. You're here to do some shopping, aren't you?
And what of it? The Qixing's decision to integrate Fontanian technology into said kite-flying competition is of no consequence to oneself. Did you expect one to willfully compete against the whimsical trends of worldly sentiment, or perhaps even fall to petty sulking over such?
Well, Mooncarver and Cloud Shaper... No, no. Mooncarver and Mountain Shaper did.
It's not that we think those things exactly.
Yeah.
That's just what Mountain Shaper and Mooncarver told us. Or Chia something and Ho. Paimon can't be bothered to remember what their aliases were called.
Jiehu and Ho Jong? I think?
Anyway, they went to Liyue Harbor to look for you. They even asked us to pass along their regards if we ran into you.
Oh, huh.
Tianyin?
Did she forget about them?
It appears time has quite flown since one's arrival in Liyue Harbor. How could one have forgotten about those two old fossils?
Are you enjoying your time in the harbor?
One shall have to bring them back some divine herbs to atone for this slight. Nay, given that one has ventured all this way to Yilong Wharf, tea would be more advisable. A great thought has illuminated one's mind once again. One is reminded that certain purchases have yet to be made. Perhaps you two could wait here whilst one performs this task. It'll be but a moment.
I imagine we're just gonna go along with her. Oh, is she actually just going off on her own?
Huh? Wait, here? You're really just gonna ditch us here to watch your stuff? Oh, that woman really just does whatever she wants.
I'll leave the stopwatch to you!
Hey, not you too, traveler!
Get it!
All
Or
this
stay here!
watching is super not appreciated. Just come back soon, okay? Paimon doesn't want anyone to try and steal his stuff.
Welcome. Please have a look around. We only sell teas of the finest quality, sourced directly from Chaoying Village. Might I recommend the Sunglo variety? It's one of our specialties.
Now, that sounds promising. One will bring some back for those old fossils, and all will be well. 2 boxes will do.
Wonderful. By the way, we're actually running a special Lantern Rite promotion. Buy 3 boxes, get 10% off. 4 boxes will net you 20% off.
10% total? I'm assuming? I'm assuming that's what it is. Right? Oh, I just want to check something. Wait, okay, 10% off. Let's say it costs like 5 each. So it would be 13.5 compared to 10. It's a deal. I'm not sure if I'd personally go for it.
20% off 4 boxes. This merchant strikes a fair bargain. One might as well give some to Morax and Ping too.
20% off is nice
Then
too.
4 shall suffice.
Nicer.
I see. Are you intending to give these as gifts? If so, perhaps I can interest you in these exquisite gift sets. Buy 10, get half off.
Is he?
Look at the magnificent design. And the red ribbon gives quite the festive flair, don't you think? Such a gift would be sure to impress any lucky friend or family member.
10 boxes. Seems
Oh
rather
my
excessive.
god.
But if one factors in the conqueror of demons and one's disciples...
10, a nice round number, don't you think? Of course you do. I'll even shave a little extra off the price for you.
What a dick.
That is agreeable. One will... I will have these boxed up then.
Of course, right away.
Oh no, is that gotta go to...
I see you have quite the eye for fine items, mademoiselle. Perhaps some of my wares might also be of interest to you.
You'll just need to put in your
I'm a
credit
toy
card
merchant from Fontaine. You'll get nothing but the finest and most intricate clockwork toys Mora can buy here. Each one sure to be a source of endless amusement.
Okay, she should be able to tell because she's good with machines,
Perhaps
right?
you could enlighten me then. When should said amusement be derived?
Well, that is, of course, best understood by playing with them yourself. If you could wait just a moment, I can bring one out and give you a demonstration.
There is no need for that.
Mademoiselle.
Give me your newest and finest model, and be sure to package it securely.
What?
Ah, of course. Here you go. The instruction manual is...
I can do without. Thank you. Many watchful eyes surround this place. If one were to be spotted purchasing a mechanical toy such as this, a child's plaything no less, it would only invite scandal. There is no harm in bringing it back to study in secret.
Oh my. I should head back before she and you notices. I feel like she got scammed when buying the tea stuff.
Oh, Xianyan, did you shop
Although I
at
guess if
the
it's good enough tea, she's rich, so it's probably not that big a deal.
Naturally, one may not delight in social interactions, but that does not mean one lacks said faculties.
Seems like Shanyon is easily swayed into buying things. The box looks fit to burst
And
already.
you too? Are you not here to purchase things?
We just haven't had time yet. It doesn't look like there are any kite stalls around Elong Wharf. But it does look like there are lots of goods from Fontaine.
You are also planning to participate in the kite flying competition then?
Also?
One means to say, you along with all the other youths. One has been entreated to share one's kite-making expertise, and indeed, there was little one could do about such persistent supplication. One moment energetic and earnest, and dejected the next. One had no choice but to acquiesce to these requests, and thus, one will be organizing a kite-making workshop to provide personal instruction in this art form.
Oh.
Oh, who will be participating then?
Shuyu, Shenhe, Ganyu, and Yayo.
Shuyu?
Wow, that's quite a few people. Also,
Oh.
this is all pretty well, Xianyan.
Her disciple,
but
her disciple.
It's not like you have to make your
Her
own
new
kite
disciple.
to participate in the
Right?
competition.
Whoops.
You can't just buy one ready-made and call it a day.
My heart is...
You speak
hurt.
of those equipped with the mechanical lifting device, do you not? 'Tis nothing but a crude piece of mortal machinery. The mechanism that one has developed was the fruit of millennia of meticulous study. Let us not speak of the source of the mechanism's power, but rather its structure. It is composed of materials as light as bamboo and as strong as iron. This composition grants it the lightness of weight to ascend into the sky and the durability to follow the wind for many a mile. It is built with a series of intersecting rods that... Never mind. It is unlikely the two of you will understand, even should one expend the effort to explain. One is better off saving one's breath.
It sure seems like you want to talk about it, though.
So, will you be attending the workshop or not?
Huh? Wait, you've been trying to invite us this entire time?
Seems interesting.
All right then. No need to prepare the materials in any case. One has it all sorted. Arrive at Mount Outsong in 2 days. I shall be expecting you around midday.
Okay, is this the first part done?
Don't you want a guard to help you with that big box of yours?
Surely you jest. One goes as one pleases. For what reason would one need to rely on another?
Oh. Yeah. Let's flex on us.
It can float? What kind of invention is that?
One calls it The floating toting device.
Huh. She seems pretty proud of that one. Look at her walk down the street. She seems so confident, but everyone around her is looking at her all funny. Paimon wonders... never mind.
It works.
But anyway, that box of hers
Actually
seems
sounds
to be
very
full
convenient.
of those mechanical lifty thingamabobs. Not that Paimon was peeking or anything. She just, got a bit unsteady for a second and accidentally brushed the embroidery on top. And wouldn't you know it, all the stuff inside almost came bursting out. Paimon even went out of her way to keep it all together.
What will I do about you,
All
Paimon?
Paimon say is that Shenyun sure does try hard to save face. What did she call it again? A crude piece of mortal machinery? Paimon bets she just can't wait to take it apart and see how it's made.
That does sound like something she would do.
Totally. We should probably act like we didn't see anything, though. You know, in consideration of her feelings and all. After all, that is the propriety with which one should comport oneself. When it comes to an elder, right?
Act 1 done. Part 1, whatever. Alright. Less than an hour. Not bad. Entertaining enough. I'm not sure if I want to commit to... I'm gonna do the wait thing just so I can see what the dialogue says. And then after that, I'll probably claim the daily rewards and I don't know. Or not, I don't. I'll probably open up Star Rail. I think that's the play.
The world.
Paimon has never had dim sum at Shinue Kiosk before, but it should be quite the feast for sure. Ooh, and that's Paimon's stomach right on cue telling her it's time to go find Gami. Let's go!
Oh my god, it feels weird not being able to... Or having to worry about drowning. I'll just claim in Fontaine so I don't accidentally trigger it. Alright. Yeah. Time for some Honkai. I think. I know no one watches this, but I think that's the play. I really need to make a video at some point. Yeah. At some point. I want to do that, but it's a me thing. I'm dumb. Alright. And
Add Ast. Thank you for
claim.
Add Ast.
I might do more tomorrow. You know what? I work like 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. tomorrow, so I could do that. Yeah, Shaolin, Gaming, and yeah, in there. Furnishing. So there's 4 parts. Assuming that they're all like 50-ish minutes, not too bad. I'm probably gonna invite him once I get enough. And then I want to get Shincho's, whatever. I think I have Beto C6. Definitely not Yayo C6. C6, C6, C5, C6, 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 C6. So it's just 1, 2, and 3. I don't even have Gaming yet, so that's kind of the play. Let's get Gaming. How am I for wishes? I'm curious. 17. plus 7, that's 24. I did a few 10 pulls to try and get Ming, but no dice. So, let's see. Yeah, I'm at 30. 30 plus 24, that's 54? I'm getting closer to a guaranteed 5-star at least. So, yeah. Anyway, time to swap to, Honkai Star Rail. It's gonna take a bit to load because my computer's not the fastest. Whatever, though. Is what it is. Play. Close that window. And then I just wanna... Bip. Boop. Big. Bonk. Done. And now... we wait for it to open. While it's, like, opening, I feel like... Genshin, there's not much bad stuff that happens in Genshin, which is both good and bad. Like, good as in, like, there's a relief to it, but I remember with the Dune Resort stuff, I think I teared up a little, thinking that she was actually dead, but then it turned out she was alive, which was a relief that she lived, but, yeah, I definitely would have, like, the impact would have stayed for if she died there from Elzar stuff. Yeah. Silver and Melissa one was really sad, though, when they died. Or got turned into water. God damn it, Pornavia. I think it is good to go. Alright, so yeah, I'll just do the companion mission for Black Swan and Sparkle. And that'll be good. And then I guess tomorrow I'll do part 2. Maybe I'll just try to do all of the Lantern Rite stuff in one go. I don't know if I'll have the patience for it. Oh yeah, I was doing Cocolio Echo of War. Right. Boom, 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 dun, 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 dun. Oh, that's some ping. Oh yeah, I got some messages I didn't read yet. Bob, I just got a great idea. We can make an animation based on the Express. Hopefully it loads in. Please. I don't... The connection for the stream is fine? So it's just Honkai? Okay. Thank you for that. First of all, I should probably... Alright. Claim all. Alright. Back to the messages. Walt. I like that idea. Of course, the story would take place in the distant past. And for obvious practical reasons, we will most likely need to modify most of the plot in the end. But that's just an afterthought. I've been out of the industry for a long time now, and frankly, I'm especially interested in hearing what you young people think. For example, what would you find most compelling in such a story? Fully upgraded. Adventure with ups. Should be an adventure with ups and downs. Unique settings and a collision of destinies. Can't do it without either of those. Next question. When do you think this story should end? Everyone's equipment is fully upgraded. Fuck off. When everyone's wishes come true. After reaching a satisfying conclusion. Stories like that have been told before in animation. I'm actually really glad that you see our journey that way. Looks like I'll have to make this dream come true after my next retirement. But we'll wait until that time comes, and then we'll have a nice chat again. I tried the coffee beans you brought me last time. Looks like a nice brew. Maybe it is indeed a nice brew. Anyone else got a taste? Not yet. Everyone's still out and about. I would like to hear your opinion first. When are you free? Maybe I'm too busy as well. Maybe I see you outside my door. Come on, brave young man. Oh god. Are you there, fam? I need suggestions for my live stream. I don't know much about live streaming. I'm not sure if I'll be of help. Don't worry, I just need a fresh perspective. You know, being a streamer for too long makes it hard to come up with something new. That's why I need your suggestions. Think outside the box. Think outside the box, that is. Knowledge monetization seems to be trending these days, right? So I'm thinking about incorporating that into my live stream. But here's the thing. What kind of knowledge should I share? I'm trying to think of something popular that only a few people of Law Fu could teach. But now I'm drawing a blank here. How about teaching your followers how to catch bullets with their bare hands? Seriously, I'd love to learn this trick now. Come on, forget it! They ban my account if I let shoot such ridiculously dangerous stunts. Look at my signature. Guess why I won't do the bullet stunt? Because they'd ban my account. Maybe the idea isn't bad at all. Like, I can teach my followers the basics of acrobatics, magic tricks, juggling, and stuff like that. I bet a lot of people would be interested. I'm actually getting some ideas now. Thanks. Once my curriculum is up and running, I'll give you some free sessions. But no catching bullets. It's getting closer. There's a huge shadow in the hotel. Run! Oh, my legs have gone weak. I can't move. I was saved. I ran into the elevator and came down when it turned to go in a different direction. Thank you. Your message comforted me a lot. I'm just glad you're okay. Tell me more about the shadow. I actually don't know much about it. I've heard that there's a black shadow haunting the hotel at night. Sometimes crying, sometimes laughing. Oh, bad luck. At least I managed to get away. I heard that one of my brave coworkers came across it last night and then... Did they give the shadow a good beating? My colleague was getting ready for a fight, but all the lights in the corridor suddenly went out. Before he did, he saw a grimacing shadow. Wait, a grimacing shadow? It's back. I'll use my broom as a baseball bat. It should work just as well, right? I'm going in. You can do it. The show was never heard from again. By the way, how's life on the San Andreas ship treating you? Run into any problems? Nope, everything's going smoothly for me. That's awesome to hear. I'm happy for you. So, actually, nothing is up. I was just lost in my thoughts for a moment. When I first arrived here, I was just a clueless kid. Kid surrounded by unfamiliar surroundings in a society I knew nothing about. Thinking about the fear and anxiety I felt back then somehow makes me think of you. I was worried that you might be feeling the same way. Thank you for your concerns, little Gwei. Grown accustomed to it. Yeah, I guess so. You've been through a lot more than I have. Well, let me say it again. I've been traveling more. If you ever need help, remember you can always count on me, your little Gwei. And if I can't handle it, I have connections into Cloud Knights and the Ten Lords Commission. Hehe. Bob, do you have a moment? I have a favor to ask. Okay, Mr. Yang, let's hear it. Do you know how to change your profile picture? I don't know either. I have the trash can. Bob doesn't know, then I doubt anyone does. What do you want to change your profile picture to, Miss Yang? Oh my god. This is the earliest version of the animation. Although the calendar here is different from that of my hometown, I've calculated that the anniversary of the premiere of Arahato is coming up soon. It's only takes to get my new profile picture ready for the anniversary, but I never imagined that. It's time for the Express to have its own internal communication app. Indeed. Alright. Companion mission time. Over here. Masquerade Duet. And then that Hanu event, I'll probably just do on my own time, because I heard it's mostly just gameplay and unvoiced dialogue. So. Yeah. Anyway, back in Penacony, the land of dreams and people. Yay. Ah, man. Alright, so this way? Trailblazers from the National Express, welcome to Dreamscape Sales Store. Long time no see, old big eye. Long time no see, diamond in the rough. You must be here to experience those dream bubbles. I've already made the necessary preparations. Be careful though, we didn't pass the safety inspection stipulated by Article 27, Damaged Ferris, and Article 76, Real Wasteland. However, this dreamscape will feature unfiltered and unpolished fresh memories. It will make for a very vivid experience. Veteran gamers call this type of dream a thrill dream. I don't know if you're into that kind of thing. If you feel any discomfort, please leave the dreamscape immediately and seek professional medical help. Luckily, I just so happen to be an excellent doctor, albeit a psychiatric one. Let us begin. Please close your eyes and rest your forehead on the dream bubble. I'm not so sure about this. If you need time to prepare, we can humbly wait as long as you need. The match has a pretty exciting theme. Those who have tried it are full of praise. You really like it. It's about garbage picking. I knew you'd be interested. Still remember the slogan of my store. Dr. Edward knows more about your preferences than you do. Please allow me to keep the suspense going for now, as I don't want to give any spoilers. You have to enter Dream Bubble yourself to find out what it's all about. Can tell me more about Black Swan's Dream Bubble? Are you ready to explore Miss Black Swan's dreamscape? Please close your eyes and rest your forehead on the dream bubble. Oh yes, I nearly forgot. That elegant girl mentioned something before she left. Oh no. The nature of this memory is special. Don't ruin the dreamscape experience for anyone else by spoiling the ending. Hold on. I think it's glitched. I should have been hearing audio, so I thought it was something else, but it turns out to be... Sometimes the game does that to me. I'm assuming that's what happened. If Dr. Edward starts talking there, then I'll know why.
It's getting late. Where to now?
Maybe you're ready for some.
Okay.
Are you ready to experience Miss Black Swan's dreamscape? Please close your eyes and rest your forehead on the dream bubble.
Touch the dream bubble.
I nearly forgot. That elegant girl mentioned something before she left.
The nature of this memory is special. Don't ruin the dreamscape experience for anyone else by spoiling the ending.
Black Swan is in your team. I'm assuming I could do a trial version of her if I wanted to. Out of curiosity, what does she have? I actually think my Black Swan would be better. Even though the traces are maxed out and whatnot. I think the light cone difference is just huge difference there. And then, I guess I'll swap to that. Alright. I am going to just, let's see. I'll just swap it with State. I'll just swap with Clara for now. Probably. I need better physical damage relics though. Because these subsets are butt. It's probably the one I want to run. Just want to borrow that. Don't mind me. Alright. And swap to that.
Rest assured, dear. I'll do all that I can to assist you.
Why, thank you.
Oh, we meet again.
And then for healer, Lynx. I think that's good enough. To the dreamscape! Curious about what this thing is. Don't spoil the ending. It's Black Swan.
In my estimation, there is no question about it. This is murder.
Murder. Such a foreign word to us. The people of Penacony could never come to any harm while under the watchful protection of the family. In a dream, even if you're bashed 1,000 times with a hammer, at worst, you'll still wake up in reality in a hotel.
Not necessarily. Even if the result does not constitute harm, the criminal intent is clear enough.
Okay, Sparkle.
You specifically came here to cordon off the scene because of the unsavory nature of this case, right?
You're not wrong. Even if there are no casualties, being smashed over the head with a hammer in the middle of the street for no reason at all? This is not the kind of thing that happens on Penacony.
What was it heard of?
You are guests of the family, so you may investigate the crime scene. I'll be on standby over here.
Is this actually Black Swan and Sparkle, or is it just my mind filling in the gaps?
Just how did you manage to convince them in the blink of an eye that we're some kind of detectives?
Oh. Sure.
Just some suggestions at the memory level. If something happens in everybody's memory, then that something becomes a fact. If we had a little more time, I could have even convinced her I was Shipe the Harmony. Then on to the next order of business. Let's discuss your companion, shall we?
Maybe I should have put Sampo in.
Memo Keeper of the Garden of Recollection. I've been watching you for quite some time. You stole a glance at me when you first entered the hotel. You followed me wherever I went inside the dreamscape. In the windows along the commercial street. In the pond water reflections of the Iding Park. Even in the reflections of the wine glass. Everywhere. My dear, do you have a crush on me? Well then, seeing as you're so interested in me, let's play a little game.
Oh yeah?
I left a puzzle for you, Nero Timal. Solve it and prove that you're capable of pleasing me. If you can solve it, then we can talk. Don't leave me waiting, my dear. Before Penacony gets flipped upside down, try to find me, catch me, and stop me.
There's actually more than one memo keeper who's come to Penacony. She's mixed me up with someone else.
Oh.
But no harm, no foul.
Convenient.
The address that the mask gave you is right here. But you never would have thought that when Miss Sparkle mentioned a game, she was talking about wanton slaughter on the streets of Penacony. Such a direct act of provocation is enough to get my competitive side worked up too.
Isn't that Sparkle?
Madam, forgive me. I had no idea about anything she said. As you saw, I went through a brain scan and everything. I'm just a friend, helping her deliver a letter. That's all. I never knew this was actually a declaration of warfare. They say you shouldn't kill the messenger. So, maybe you can just, let me go. You all are the big shots here. I'm really not on your level.
What a frightened look you have. Don't worry. Since this has nothing to do with you, I won't be suspecting you of anything. Why don't you come take a stroll with me?
Oh, seems like I can't escape being an assistant detective. Oh, fine. It's all fine. No big deal.
Quit completely, just because I want to put Sampo in. Yeah.
It's getting late.
Maybe you're looking for some. Are you?
Touch.
The nature of the...
Alright, oh. It went up? I guess that? I don't need physical, do I? Probably not. I am just gonna quickly check details. Who's got the highest HP / defense? Alright, Kafka will be on the outside. There we go. This will be fine, hopefully. I'm thinking about maybe getting Quahua for the dog comp, but I also really want Acheron, so we'll worry about that later. Skip.
Then on to the next order.
Memo Keeper, you still...
Is this actually Sampo? Bailiff and Constable.
If there's anything you'd like to know, please ask away.
Regarding the victim...
Who was the victim?
An IPC employee named Shamari. Eyewitnesses reported that a tall, strong man wearing a large robe with long sleeves walked right past Shamari, and suddenly assaulted him with a hammer. Shamari collapsed on the spot and woke up from the dream. The murderer vanished in a flash.
Ooh, that sounds just like Sparkle. Her best asset is transforming her appearance to look like someone else.
I don't know if this is Sampo or Sparkle. Like, if it was Sampo, where the hell was, like, Sampo? Did he just do his stuff and leave then? Regarding the sweet dreams true present at the scene of the crime.
Two little guys?
Seems like the assailants stole the troop from elsewhere and deliberately placed them here. What nerve. They don't even have the slightest consideration for public order.
Okay.
Those two have clammed up. I wonder if you two could help pry open their mouths.
Looks like a puzzle that Sparkle has left behind for you.
Guarding evidence at the scene of the
Any
crime.
leads yet?
This is a developing case, so there aren't
So that's the
any clues
hammer?
yet. All we have to go by are the weapon used by the assailant and the victim's ID. They didn't even take the weapon with them. Sounds like they're trying to provoke us. Despicable.
Can we summon the victim?
Where's Mr. Shamari right now? I'd like to meet him.
I'm afraid you can't. The Oaks came forward and calmed him down. Mr. Shamari expressed that he understands the unpredictable nature of dreams, and went on to vacation in another dreamscape. Best not to bother him. Guest experiences always have to come first.
Oh, I'm afraid by the time we find him, half of Penacony will have been sent back to reality by Sparkle.
Looks like we'll have to play this little game of sparkles then.
Oh, is this like before Firefly and the Trailblazer go to the empty Penacony?
Lady Black Swan, you're here! I'm the constable, and this here assisting me is the bailiff for this case. Mr. Coldfeet, why'd you do it?
So they can talk after all. Miss Black Swan, they're heading straight for you.
Don't interrupt, I wasn't talking to you. I understand Lady Black Swan has quite the intellect. I'm sure you'll be able to get to the bottom of the Sparkle murder case.
The Sparkle murder case? Wasn't the victim Shamari from the IPC?
You're wrong, Lady Black Swan. The victim is evidently none other than the matriarch of the Goldhammer family, Miss Sparkle Goldhammer.
Oh, I guess Miss Sparkle has written herself into the skit here, and this has nothing to do with the actual case. Goldhammer? Is that her real surname?
I doubt it.
Never heard of it. Sounds made up. Sparkle doesn't sound like a real name either.
Miss Sparkle was supposed to receive 3 valiant warriors at the Goldhammer residence today, but upon their arrival, all they found was her body. Miss Sparkle had been smashed over the head by a hammer and died on the spot. Such a brutal act of violence. My investigations discovered that the 3 warriors were supposed to escort supplies back to their territory the day before, but they were unexpectedly ambushed by the Annihilation Gang.
Actually?
They
Are they still out and
escaped
about?
barely got away with their lives, finding their supplies almost completely raided. So they all shared a motive for killing Miss Sparkle, to escape punishment.
So the 3 of them teamed up to kill her.
Is the case closed?
I doubt it.
No, there can only be 1 murderer. It's not an unsolved mystery if there are 3 murderers. Hang on, wait.
Waiting.
If you can't justify it, don't bother.
Got it! Those 3 were all vying against each other to be number 2. They couldn't have cooperated on anything. So it must have been one of them acting alone.
That actually doesn't make much sense. Even if they were on bad terms, those 3...
Please begin your investigation, Lady Black Swan. There are lots of clues at the crime scene that are sure to help you apprehend the real culprit. I've got the case file right here. If you want to learn more about the suspects, talk to me.
Okay. Can I look at the hammer? No. What is
Lady
that?
Black Swan, allow me to introduce the 3 suspects.
Sparkle?
to you. Lefton,
Zhongshan and Rite. Lefton is one of Miss Sparkle's chief lieutenants, whose right hand was unfortunately severed while he was valiantly fighting off the Annihilation
One hand,
Gang.
okay.
He's now learning how to write and hold a fork with his left hand. How tough that must be! Then there's Zhongshan. This guy's a coward who ran away as soon as a group spotted some bandits along the road. He ended up smashing into the side of a cliff and getting his face disfigured. It's a real shame, as he used to be one of the rare handsome men left around town.
Alright, fucked up face.
Last of all comes Rite.
No.
This guy was so insatiably greedy that he still came back to try and embezzle the rest of the supplies after they narrowly escaped with their lives, lying about how the gang had taken off with everything. Lefton and Zhongshan were so incensed that they broke his legs.
Lefton, left hand. Zhongshan, broken face, right. Fucked up legs, broken legs.
Hang on, I'm confused here. Left on? Right? Is this some kind of joke?
What? Where did you get that idea from? Do you need me to go over it all again?
Yes, please.
But it sounds like the Mr. Assistant Detective has his own misgivings. Would you like to go over it again?
Lefton is one of Miss Sparkle's chief lieutenants, whose right hand was on. Then there's Zhongshan. Last of all comes. That's all the intel we have.
Alright.
Have you got any more questions?
I'd like to hear about this like one more time.
Lefton is one of Miss. Then there. Last of all, that's all the intel we.
Damn, I was hoping Sample would judge me.
Please begin your investigation, Lady Black Swan.
Or get annoyed.
There are lots of clues at the crime scene that are sure to help you apprehend the real culprit.
Alright, well, the hammer and the ID, yes. Let's look at the hammer.
Holy moly! This hammer is super heavy. This must be the murder weapon for the Sparkle murder case.
Miss Sparkle also used it to attack Mr. Shamari.
I'm barely able to lift this using both hands. I have no idea how Sparkle could ever use this to hit a target.
Giant wooden hammer. Sparkle used to attack Shamari. It seems to be a custom-made model specific to her. Extremely heavy, and even Sampo can't lift it in one hand. What a Herculean woman. So not Lefton?
Look, an ID card. Talent Motivation Department, Shamari. Is this the victims?
Mr. Shamari's belongings should have disappeared alongside him as he woke from the dreamscape. The fact that this ID is here means Miss Sparkle placed it here on purpose to prove that she definitely attacked someone.
Shamari's ID. Apparently, some even have installed it onto their forehead, ensuring that they can show it off to people wherever they go. Sparkle probably left at the crime scene to prove that she really did it, so what the fuck?
Is that all the evidence? How are we meant to solve this with so little to go on?
Oh.
Oh, you scared me! When did you pop out?
The two pieces of evidence that you found are related to the attack on Shamari. Miss Sparkle didn't leave them lying around for no reason. They're clues to the puzzle. But there are still some other clues that were placed in other areas, so they won't spoil the crime scene.
Isn't that a bit unnecessary?
No, no. It's disruptive to have a stack of irrelevant things crowding a crime scene. Miss Sparkle is a law-abiding citizen who'd never bring extra trouble to the family.
Oh, yeah? This is the one
Seems
in
quite
Peter
nice of
Snake's
her,
rock
if you ask
after
me.
the fact.
Looks like Miss Sparkle is adding a little spice to the investigation. Let's take her up on her offer then. Mr. Assistant Detective, this way.
Alright. Anytime. Boom, 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 boom.
What's this little device here for? Could you please let me know? It looks like a little button.
Don't push it, Lady Black Swan. Whatever you do, don't push it! That's the mutually assured destruction button that Miss Sparkle installed. Once pushed, Miss Sparkle and the entirety of Penacony will instantaneously go up in smoke.
Okay, why do you have a nuclear bomb?
Also has her own button. The second she pushes hit, you and the entirety of Penacony will instantaneously go up in smoke.
That sounds like both buttons can do the exact same thing.
Correct. Exactly the same.
Why do you have to say it like that then?
Oh,
Aren't you going to ask me why?
okay. Why?
Because she is fair.
This is nuts!
Apparently, one little press on this button will level all of Penacony. Who wouldn't want to try pressing it? At the moment, me. Normal form. Alright. Back to haunted mode. Oop. Let's drop that. Indeed, haunted is quite impressive. Now then.
This notice seems like a hint for us from Miss Sparkle.
To prevent criminals from hurting our great and lovely Miss Sparkle, the Goldhammer residents shall abide by the following regulations from today onwards. 1. All retainers and visitors must enter and exit the Goldhammer residence using the facial recognition system. 2. Those who cannot pass through the facial recognition system will be killed on the spot. 3. These regulations are in effect indefinitely. So Sean wouldn't be able to go through because of the disfigured face unless it got updated.
Sounded like a story from ancient times. And why did the facial recognition system suddenly go out?
This is so her style, isn't it?
Alright, got some evidence. Oh, I can solve it in haunted mode? Cool. Pom-pom.
What's this? A plush toy?
Regardless of why it's designed to look like the conductor aboard the Astral Express, this doll, is it connected to the case?
Maybe.
Have you ever heard of something called a red herring in detective stories? It's a fake clue that leads you down the wrong path.
I see. But when it's so obvious, doesn't that defeat the purpose?
That's just in case you didn't realize the ingenuity of Miss Sparkle and were worried about her throwing out a random, useless clue.
Oh, yeah?
I see. Thank you for your keen insight. Then, let's pretend we were misled by a red herring. The This doll, could it be connected to the case?
Why are you asking like that?
You don't have to play along that hard, you know.
It feels weird seeing
Doesn't look like
sample
there are
play
any more
straight around.
clues. Let's head back to the crime scene.
Alright.
Next, should we pin down the identity of the perpetrator? This evidence, I've been staring at it all day, but there's nothing that can identify the perp.
I'm so tired now.
Lefton, that guy lost his hand. Remember Zhongshan's face was disfigured after the incident at the cliff? Right? When best, Rite has a...
Fucking
Why don't
legs.
we flip the question and start by asking who couldn't be the murderer? After all, there are only 3 suspects, so elimination could be a valid method.
Mm-hmm.
If you put it like that, then do you already have someone in mind? Tell me, come on.
Figure out the answer to the puzzle. Let's exclude Lefton.
So, who exactly is the murderer? Lefton, that guy lost his hand.
The hammer.
Based on the bailiff's statement, Lefton's dominant hand was seriously injured to the point where he had to learn how to live using only his left hand. Swinging that giant sledgehammer to murder someone, that must be hard for him. Probably impossible. Lefton's suspicion level can be downgraded.
So, who remember Zhongshan?
What if it's if I try to... Oh, I'll probably look stupid.
Oh, is that so? I feel like the evidence doesn't really match. How about you think it over again?
Alright, anyway, not the ID, the regulations.
Poor guy. He was seriously injured and was all wrapped up in bandages to keep his good looks safe. If that's the case, then he couldn't have made it through the Goldhammer Residence's facial recognition system. That would suggest that Zhongshan is not the murderer.
By process of elimination, it seems that only Rite could be the murderer. That was easy. Let's tell the constable our answer and see what he thinks.
Of the 3, seems most logical.
Please begin your investigation, Lady Black Swan. There are lots of clues at the crime scene that are sure to help you apprehend the real culprit.
I'm gonna go to the washroom real quick. Not that anyone cares, but yeah. Let's see.
The murderer is Rite.
You have answered correctly! As expected, you didn't disappoint, Lady Black Swan. Game rules stipulate I must tell you where the next puzzle is.
Huh? The next puzzle? I didn't sign up for this.
How many puzzles? 3?
Looks like the key to winning lies not in the puzzle itself, but in the motives behind Miss Sparkle's strange behavior. I'm afraid this chase may just go on forever.
I have to remind you that Sparkle is a masked fool? Do you plan on finding logic in the mind of a masked fool?
That's exactly what I plan on doing. Even if it's just subjective, there must be an overall principle behind the behavior. Memories cannot lie. And hers may just understand more about her than she does herself.
Besides
Right
being
now,
a bit of a
let's
dick.
follow her train of thought and head to the next puzzle. I hope this time we can get ahead of the Bloodhound family. I want to try and avoid using my Memo Keeper powers.
Alright. Play lifelessly mere husks to their former selves. Seems they've already completed the mission.
Do you two need anything else?
Just want to confirm case details
Please,
again.
can you explain to us again the details of the case?
No problem. What would you like to know about?
Thank you. I don't have any further questions.
You're welcome. If there's anything you'd like to know, please ask away.
Alright. 2 Bloodhound guards are protecting the crime scene, ensuring no one unrelated to the matter is able to get
You
near.
don't realize we aren't actually detectives, do you?
No way. Please put more trust in me.
So why are you so focused on Sparkle's challenge? Or should I ask, are you more focused on Sparkle herself?
Why are you saying it like that? I'm assuming it's Sparkle, not
I
After
told
Sample,
you.
but
It's purely out of a spirit of competitiveness. And as a memo keeper, I also have to fulfill my responsibilities and harvest some interesting memories.
a fight? Or just a crime scene?
Whoa, this place is a complete mess. And those 2 weirdos are probably here too.
There's nobody else at the scene.
Oh no.
Seems like Miss Sparkle used the same method to send dreamers back to reality. Let's talk to those 2 there then.
Oh, Detective Black Swan and Detective Sampo! You finally made it!
We don't know what we'd do without your help.
Why are you talking like that? Is this some sort of artistic performance that young people are into these days?
Is there something wrong with the way we are talking? Deputy Sheriff, am I talking in a strange way?
Oh, of course not, Sheriff. The way you talk is no stranger than the cat that climbs the apple tree in my grandma's backyard.
Huh. The skit this time is a modernist one.
Let's discuss this difficult case then. The victim is a galactic business magnate named Sparkle.
Oh no, not Sparkle.
Her again? Sparkle really is obsessed with scripting her own death.
Oh, for the laughter. If you undercut me one more time, I swear I'm gonna kick you in the butt. Miss Sparkle came to the fashion store to buy herself a brand new tie. She didn't come back out.
That tie strangled her.
The shopkeeper went in to see what was going on, but instead,
Oh, that's right.
Miss Sparkle's
Maybe not by the
body.
tie, but
She had been strangled to death. There were 3 suspects on the scene, namely a Pepeshi shopkeeper.
oh my god, Jongshan.
A Foxian gambler named Zhang Shen, and a wealthy Intellitron trader called Lefton.
Our old friends.
It's not just to aid your memory. We've added more descriptions to help tell them apart.
Miss Sparkle is so gracious.
Based on surveillance footage, witness testimony, and various pieces of evidence, the killer is ultimately among these 3, and they were not working in cahoots.
You're too lazy to be a suspect, right?
Oh, for the laughter! If I talk any more with you, it'll make my pure soul filthy!
Oh man.
Detective Detective Black Swan. The dossiers are over here. You can learn more about the suspects from me. I trust you'll be able to cut through the hogwash and find out who Miss Sparkle's killer
Oh god.
is.
Dozed off for a bit. Alright, how does he, who are these suspects?
The identities of these suspects to you. It's very straightforward. First of all is the shopkeeper, Rite. He's one of the Papashi people and only stands as tall as Sparkle's waist, which is often a source of teasing for him. He can get pretty salty about it.
Okay, Short King.
Next up, you have the merchant Lefton. He wants to join up with the Penacony Trading Guild and is in direct competition with Miss Sparkle. That could be a motive for killing her.
Rival.
Finally, there is the gambler Zhongshan. He lost a bet to Miss Sparkle, and he had to hand over his family heirloom. It's possible he harbored a grudge against her.
Revenge.
That's all the
Or
information we
avenging
have.
gambling.
You need me to repeat it?
That won't be necessary.
That won't be necessary. I remember it all.
Alright. So... a gambler...
There's the tie.
That skit before said that the deceased was strangled. Is this tie some kind of joke murder weapon?
The tag on the tie reads, only for Imperial Master Lefton. Seems like it's one of Miss Sparkle's personal belongings.
That's not how you use the word imperial.
There's an accounting book lying on the ground. It must have been specially placed there by Sparkle.
On the title page is written Chen Katong. Is that someone's name? A code name. Oh, I think it's the name of the owner of this book.
This Jian Katong person should be Sparkle's targeted victim
Let's
this
just
time
stop.
around.
Alright.
So, it's just like the first case then. Only 2 pieces of evidence. The rest hidden inside her memories again, right?
Seems that way.
Miss Sparkle doesn't want to distract your investigation.
She doesn't want to distract our investigation? What a law-abiding citizen this Sparkle is. Why doesn't she surrender then?
'Cause the game. Oh god. Okay. 47. I'm really tired. And I do want to give this mission my full attention, and I feel like I can't right now, so I'm gonna call it there for now. And I will pick it up tomorrow.
It's getting late. Where to now?
Yeah, I'll finish it tomorrow, and that'll be good. I don't have to showcase stuff. I just need to do this for Queen Knife and Eidolon. Anyway, yeah, that's it for me. I'm tuckered out. Yeah, alright. Okay, well, I'm gonna head to bed now. Or try to get some sleep because I'm too tired for this. I'll pick up I'll finish the companion mission later, probably tomorrow. Hopefully I'll have more energy for it, and yeah, I think that'll be good. Alright. That's it. Bye.